The Vice President's official jet arriving the Makurdi airport. The host team, headed by the Benue State Governor Samuel Ortom, was already waiting to receive the federal government delegate. Professor Yemi Osinbajo is accompanied by the Minister of Works, Power and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Fashola, and the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Chief Audu Owe. They are in Benue State at the instance of President Muhammadu Buhari, first to check the well-being of the victims of the flood and then to also proffer lasting solutions to the hydra-headed problem of flooding, which has been a cause of worry to the people for many years. The victims of the flood, who were now seeking shelter at an IDP camp set up by the state government, had been waiting anxiously for the Vice President and his team to make their demands known.
We have problem in Makurdi here, most especially that of the drainages. We don't have enough drainages in Makurdi. So when the water comes, it flows. Like now that I'm telling you, my house is collapsed.
But the Vice President tells them that the federal government is more concerned about solving the flood problems permanently rather than just providing a temporary solution. Professor Osinbajo and his team therefore identified the need to dredge the river Benue.
We must do something about the Benue River. There must be effective dredging. We must begin that process because the Benue River, as you know, has practically over 40 years or so, has hardly ever been dredged. So that's a major problem. And then canalization, providing drainage and all of that is also another very important issue.
After calming all frayed nerves, the Vice President and his team headed for some of the areas worst hit by the flood. They also inspected some of the relief materials supplied by government to alleviate the sufferings of the victims.
Because the Vice President is here, we believe that Mr. President is committed to seeing that we put an end to this. And we believe what Mr. Vice President has said.
More than 2,000 houses were submerged in the flooding that swept many communities in Benue State, and victims seeking shelter here can only stay for a while as they continue to hope that some of the promises made by the government will be implemented as soon as possible.